What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another episode of the Burner Account. I am your humble host, Big Joe, and alongside me on the ones and twos, we do have my esteemed co-host, Mr. Julio the Don. Tell him what's up, Julio.
What it do, baby?
We're gonna get right into it, man.
Yeah.
Stephen A. been talking mad shit about LeBron
Mad
James'
shit.
son,
Mad shit.
Bronny James, and LeBron feeling some kind of way about it. I mean, real talk though, bro. Like, is Stephen A. really talking smack though? Like, he's giving an analysis. He's
He's
a little
giving,
bit over animated with it, obviously.
of course, but that's his job, right? He is an analyst of sports venues. So
He's a
if you
talking head, bro.
if you put yourself on the top stage of that sport, then people are going to come watch you. People are going to come analyze everything that you do, give their quote unquote criticism on how you're performing and if you are able to keep up with actual NBA players. Now, mind you, this also stems from LeBron James not only convincing the Lakers to pick up Bronny, but it also stems from him saying, I think at one point he was quoted saying, my son is better than half the NBA players in the league right now. And
Like
it's
he
like,
he that was his goal. That's why he's still playing at 40 years of
exactly.
age. Is he wanted to play with his son,
Yeah.
and he
And
wanted to be on the team that would allow that to happen, and it's
exactly.
happening.
And it is happening now. And obviously, like any rookie, it takes time to get your feet underneath you, to learn the systems, to be able to play at that level. We talk about it here all the time. In a professional business, there are levels to this. There are levels to this at any level that you're at. So
Yep.
he's just not there yet. And I know that he's
No,
new and
he's
he needs to progress. He needs time.
exactly. He needs
So
reps.
yeah, he needs reps.
He needs playing time. Yeah, absolutely.
So Stephen A is only doing what Stephen A does, right? He
What you
gets
can't do is Stephen A is acknowledge the fact that Bronny is not LeBron, right? Like,
mhm,
you have to admit that, like, he's not LeBron. Who the hell in the league is LeBron other than LeBron? I mean, it just is what it
exactly.
is. You're gonna draw those unfair comparisons, unfortunately, because you have a father and son, and you think, well, LeBron was this, and that. But I mean, look at Michael Jordan's son. Michael Jordan's
Exactly.
son was. I mean, I'm gonna just be real with you, bro. He was
Be
ass
real. Be
ass.
real, son. Be real.
He was ass ass. But who the hell's gonna be the next Michael Jordan? You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? Like, it
Yeah.
just is what it is. I think Stephen A. not running from that and just saying, hey, you know what? There's some criticisms that I can offer.
Hmm.
It is what it is. It comes with it's the nature of the beast.
Yep.
You are in the public limelight.
You
You're
are.
a public figure. You
Yeah.
play sports. You're a professional athlete. That sport is covered
Hmm.
globally.
Hmm.
ESPN is what they call the worldwide leader in sports.
Yep.
So naturally, you're on the Lakers.
On top of that, yeah.
So you have all these things lined up. It's the perfect storm for trying to put together a show, right? Like when you look at
Hmm.
ESPN, Cowboys are going to get talked about.
Yep.
The Lakers are going to get talked about.
Yep.
The Yankees are going to get talked about. It
I was
just is
about to
what it
say, yeah,
is.
it
It
is
just
what
is.
it is. Yeah. And that's because, again, you said those are prolific teams for
Yes.
that respective sport. You know, as much as everybody hates the Cowboys, facts are facts. They move the needle when it comes to news. As much as everybody, not everybody, but as much as people hate the Lakers, facts are facts. They land views. So those are going to be the teams that people talk about. And if you land yourself in a position to where you're a part of that team or part of that franchise, guess what? You are now subject to criticism from everywhere, from everyone. So it shouldn't have come to a surprise to LeBron James that people are going to be like pointing out all these different things about his son.
Right.
So, and again, we can get into it afterwards. We did have we do have a video that we pulled up, just so that way we could show everybody just a piece of the interview with Stephen A. as he responds as to what happened with LeBron James.
When we're talking about the Lakers, that's about LeBron, not Bronny. Bronny wanted to get drafted by any NBA team. He wanted to hear his name. It was LeBron that wanted him as his teammate. What I'm saying to you is, if LeBron had rolled up on me, all he had to say, because I said this to Rich Paul when Rich Paul called me, if you had called me and said, Bron pissed off, he wants to see you man to man, I said, what would I have done? Rich Paul said, you'd have hung up the phone and you'd flew to LA. I said, thank you. Rather than come up to me at courtside, all you had to do was say, yo, I need you to see you after the game. You didn't do that shit. You said, you with my son. No, I wasn't. I was talking about you. It wasn't about your son. I know he's number 55. I know he got work to do. Yeah. I believe that he got the potential. And by the way, I'm rooting for him. I ain't rooting against nobody. But I was talking about you did this.
Yo ass.
Number one, we know I'm right. Number two, we know the perspective that I'm coming from is real and it's authentic. Number three, he set this up. Number four, all you had to do was tell me. Respectfully, excuse my language. That's
There you go. Words from the great Stephen A. himself. I was talking about yo ass.
Stephen A is so disingenuous. Like he's a caricature of who he probably really is in real life.
Yeah.
The subtle flex of I would have flown out to LA if you told me you wanted to talk to bruh, get your shit together. Like
I don't think it was too much as a flex. I think, and again, there was part of it in part of the part where he talks about, as he came up to him and as he was addressing Stephen A, he understood that he was upset, of course, but from a father's perspective, he's upset because somebody's talking about your kid. And that makes sense. I get that part of it.
100%.
What father wouldn't get pissed off if your kid is playing with you on your team and then you have this talking head just talking mess all the time about your son? Who's not going to get pissed off? How would you not be upset? How would you not take offense to that?
But what do you want? What do you want him to do?
Exactly.
Do you want Stephen A to be like, oh no, he's
great.
He's the next coming of Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, and LeBron James all mixed up? Like, no. I mean, sure you want to hear positive things about your kid, but bro, that you earn that positive feedback and those positive reports by being a star.
By being good at your craft.
And Luka gets criticized, and he's
all the time
100 times better than Bronny.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? KD gets criticized. He's 100 times better than Bronny.
Yep. So what makes him special? Why can't he be criticized like the rest of the league?
Because
what separates him?
Son. Doesn't matter.
How many other sons of greats past have played in this league? Have sometimes, if they make it to the league, let's just put it that way, because some of them don't make it there, and are criticized the entire time because you're looking at that son like he's going to be the coming of the father, because the father was great. The father was awesome. So we're expecting big things. You're already asking him to fill shoes that he cannot fill right now. He's still learning. He's still growing. He's still trying to figure out his place in the league.
He's trying to step out of his father's shadow.
Exactly.
On top of everything else. You don't think it's hard for him to kind of be of the mindset of I'm LeBron James' son?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to deal with that for the rest of my life.
For the rest of my career.
And I'm going to be chasing down that shadow for the rest of my life. Well, LeBron wouldn't have done it that way. Well, LeBron would have done this, or LeBron would have done, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
that's the stuff you got to take into account as you're watching this kid, because he's a kid, what it's like from that perspective. But I do think Stephen A's he's so over the top.
With everything, bro. With everything.
And that's just his personality.
Mhm.
But I think it's like turn that off. Turn that off and just have a conversation.
Yeah.
Be just like we're talking right now.
Mhm.
It is what it is, bro. I mean, Stephen A. He's built $100 million career
He has.
out of being this type of person, and ultimately, that's what's gotten him paid, and that's where his success comes from. So
Yeah.
he's gonna keep doing what he do, and what can he do, bro? I think LeBron overreacted, but I also think Stephen A. He's just
Again, both of them could have done it a whole lot better.
could have been handled
They
better all the way around.
It could have been handled better all the way around. It's one of those things, unfortunate that people caught it on camera, that people are talking about it, and it's a big thing because, of course, it's LeBron James getting in Stephen A's face. You know what I mean? So again, you guys, LeBron, Stephen A, y'all just need to get your shit together, please.
Do better.
Do better. God.
If you knew better, you do better. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, sorry. We do want to thank everybody for just taking the time to watch this video. Please remember to continue to like, comment, subscribe, and we will catch you in the next one. Peace.
Peace.